Quantum immortality. That car should have hit you, but it didn't. Lucky or inevitable? Quantum immortality suggests every time you die, your consciousness doesn't vanish. It jumps to the nearest timeline where you survived. From your perspective, you never die. But here's the terrifying part. What happens when there's no timeline left? Do you stop existing, or are you trapped here forever? Sleep paralysis. It's the middle of the night. Your eyes snap open. You see your room, the faint glow of the streetlight outside, but your body won't move, not a single muscle. You try to scream, but no sound comes out. And then you feel it. Something is standing at the edge of your bed, watching. Sleep paralysis happens when your brain wakes up before your body does. During REM sleep, your muscles are paralyzed on purpose, so you don't act out your dreams. But when you wake up mid-cycle, you're stuck. Fully awake, yet unable to move, and those shadow figures people see, scientists say they're hallucinations. But what if they're not? Exploding head syndrome. You're drifting to sleep when, bang! A gunshot, a crash, an explosion. Your heart pounds, but there's no sound, no danger. This is exploding head syndrome. Your brain misfires during the transition from wakefulness to sleep. Your auditory neurons send a false alarm, creating a loud, imaginary sound that only you hear. Harmless, sure, but admit it, that's one hell of a jump scare. The Mandela Effect. Pikachu's tail has a black tip, right? The Monopoly man wears a monocle. Of course he does. Wrong. This is the Mandela Effect. It's named after Nelson Mandela because in the 1980s, thousands of people remembered him dying in prison. They recalled news reports, school lessons, even his funeral. Except, Mandela didn't die. He was released, became South Africa's president, and passed away decades later. So why do so many people share the same false memory? Psychologists say our brains reconstruct memories like puzzles. A few people misremember, spread the story, and it goes viral. But others think it's something else. What if reality glitched? What if we're shifting between timelines and not all memories sync up? Phantom vibration syndrome. You feel your phone buzz. You grab it, but nothing. Phantom vibrations happen because your brain has fused your phone into its sensory system. It interprets random muscle twitches, clothing shifts, even air pressure as notifications. Your phone isn't buzzing. Your brain is. Intrusive thoughts. What if I swerved into traffic? What if I pushed this person standing in front of me? Relax. You'd never do it. These are intrusive thoughts. Random, unwanted mental blips that happen to everyone. Your brain generates them because it's constantly simulating possibilities. Some helpful, others absurd. The key? Don't fight them. Just let them pass. Missing time. It's 2 p.m. You blink. Now it's 3:15. Where did the hour go? This happens when your brain goes on autopilot and stops recording memories. It's common during repetitive tasks like driving on an empty road. But some people experience missing time, even when they're not distracted. So, was the memory never saved, or was it deleted? Sleepwalking. You're asleep, but climbing a crane 130 feet above the ground. Sleepwalking happens when your body wakes up, but your conscious mind stays asleep. You're moving, but not really there, and sometimes you don't remember a thing. Color constancy failure. Blue and black, or white and gold. Your brain isn't seeing color. It's guessing. It compensates for shadows and light, and sometimes it gets it wrong. This phenomenon, called color constancy, shows how your mind edits reality before you even see it. Freudian slip. Nice to lick you. Meet you. Freud believed these slips revealed secret desires bubbling up from your unconscious. Modern science. It says your brain just mixes up similar words stored close together. But are you sure it's just that? The doorway effect. You walk into a room and forget why. Classic. This happens because crossing a doorway acts like a mental scene cut. Your brain closes one tab and opens a fresh one. That's why going back to where you started often reloads the thought. Semantic satiation. Say bowl 50 times. Bowl, bowl, bowl. Now it sounds wrong. This is semantic satiation. When you repeat a word too often, your brain's language circuits burn out. The word stops feeling like a word at all. The McCOLLOUGH effect. Stare at striped color patterns too long, and hours later, your brain still sees colors that aren't there. This isn't a typical afterimage. It's your brain rewiring how it processes colors. And this glitch can last days. The bystander effect. A person collapses in a crowd and nobody moves. The more people there are, the less likely anyone is to act. Everyone assumes someone else will help. It's like the crowd is stuck in idle animation, waiting for the main character. Doppelgangers. You see someone who looks exactly like you. Same face, same clothes. Psychologists call it misrecognition. Folklore calls it a bad omen. Whatever it is, if you see your twin, don't stick around. Déjà vu. You step into a cafe, the clatter of dishes, the hum of conversation, the barista calls a name you already know before she says it. Déjà vu happens when your brain accidentally flags the present as a memory. But what if it's not a glitch? What if time isn't linear? What if you've lived this moment before? Or worse, you've died in another timeline? So, how many times have you already been here? So, which one glitched your brain hardest? Tell me in the comments. I read them all. And if your memory's still working, hit subscribe.